Welcome, this is Skoden Gaming, and you're walking right into this deck comboing off the way that it's always meant to combo. I made this deck earlier this morning, played a bunch of test decks until I have settled on what I have currently. And I'll tell you what, not only is it really fun when you combo off like this, but as you'll see in two of the matches, the versatility of the deck is where it really shines, and that's what I want to highlight really in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let this keep playing. I'm gonna show you the deck here in a minute because this is almost over. I'll walk you through it a little bit, and then we'll see some full matches. Because as you can tell, this is the very end of the match. Things weren't looking like it was going to go my way, and like it usually does, once it starts going, man, it just goes off, and that's what happened here. This guy knew he had no chance, so he just gave up. Smart move, really, because I cleared his board I don't know how many times, and as you can see, I have a board full of creatures and a handful just ready to counter his next spell and then kill him in one swing the next turn, as long as I don't infinitely draw myself out, which you can stop or just play Jace, but that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, let's see. Here pretty shortly I'm going to be looking at the deck. Right there I'm just showing you some of the key pieces of the match. I was inside with the family, so I didn't have the mic going when I was recording this, so I am recording after the fact, if that wasn't apparent. But here we go, let's take a look at the deck. Desecrated Reef. I made this deck the first time a couple years ago. Absolutely loved it then. I really like the changes that I made to it this time. And it's elemental cycling with Risen Reef. You know, there's a million versions of the deck, but what I really like to do is throw in the clones, Glasspool Mimic, which I love because it's also a land, and the Cavalier Knight. That combo alone, you can wipe a board really fast. You'll see it in a match, I think in the second match that I record tonight. Uruk makes the triggers go twice. Excuse me. Zendikar's Royal is perfect for any Risen Reef deck. If you have 3 Risen Reefs, a Uruk, and Zendikar Royal, I mean, you better have a Jace on the board because you are going to mill yourself out. So if you don't have a Jace in that situation, you better hurry up and get a Fae of Wishes and cast him, because you're going to deck yourself. Other than that, it's a pretty cheap deck. Things can get cheaper. The Herald Horn right there, I was using in this first match that you saw, but I don't see it again the entirety of the night after that. And I mean, what are you gonna say about Wizard of the Coast's hand manipulation and what they feel you're going to draw when you're going to draw it? You know, we all want pure randomness and actual abilities to be random, but they don't want us to. This is what happens when you're free to play. Let's watch these other matches. Hell, it's what happens when you're free to play most nights. Sorry, that's just my bottle of water. Gotta keep hydrated. Well, I've definitely got the cloning down. God damn it. I meant fucking pay the... I should have a creature on the battlefield right now. I'm playing a turn behind because of that. That is not what I fucking was doing. I was clicking blockers. I need to destroy that land. For sure. Well, that is the combo with the Cavalier Knight and the clone. And that's game. That's a good show of versatility of this deck. Dealing with creatures, even recurring creatures, because I recur not only my creatures, but also destruction. One of the reasons I created this deck the first time around about 2 years ago was the cloning of not only early game. We'll just go over the deck again real quick because I didn't speak at the beginning part, which I might record over. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I get pretty lazy with these videos. But with cloning with both Mirror Image and now Glasspool Mimic being 3-cost creatures, I can do the early gain, if I need to, life gain, but I would really like to do Risen Reef. That's why there's 4 of them in there, to get the lands going, element charges in, especially if you have multiple Risen Reef and Zendikar's Royal out there. But if they have creatures, you drop a Knight and you clone it with one of these, and as you saw me do, then you clone it a second time, killing the Chevalier Knight, or you kill the Chevalier Knight and bring back, one of the clones, because when the Chevalier Knight, or Cavalier, I mean, not Chevalier, when the Cavalier of Night dies, you bring a creature of 3 or less mana, which are both of the clones. Then you copy another Cavalier of Night, and then, like you saw me do, you just systematically wipe the board. And you can either just bring back another Knight for the life gain, which is what I probably should have done, but I was going for the Risen Reef because I was hoping, because I was drawing a lot of lands. I just wanted to keep that 1/2/2 coming in every turn, and then hoping to get, because if then he would have killed my Knight, I could have copied the Risen Reef, and then I haven't, well, you did kind of see it in the first one, but it gets a really good, nice loop going. And I'm going to keep this because the Glasspool Mimic, which I also love this card for this reason, is it's also a land. So if I don't pull a land this time, like I should have paid that and got the healing out there, but wait a second, this is another mill deck. Oh, I've played against this deck before. And I'm not really looking to do it again. A bunch of artifacts and then continually pump out those 8/8s. I can't remember if I recorded the match playing against that or not. But I did end up winning. Hopefully I get a land so I can keep my clone. Well, I mean, technically, the game gave me a land and let me keep my clone. Are you really going to counter that? I didn't think so. I mean, if what you're going to counter are Risen Reefs, man, you're gonna have a bad day. Like, it's just a Risen Reef, dude. Are you really gonna clown? Or, yes. Return that to my hand. Please. Why does it counter people? Like, dude, it's your go, man. Pass the turn or do something. They're always the laziest pieces of shit. So I can do 2 Healer of the Glades and an Immortal Sun next turn. Here comes the cancel, which is fine because then I get the Immortal Sun next turn. So 2, 4, 6, 9, and I gain 10, 11, 12. So I'll take 5 damage. So I need to leave 3 open to stop that land from coming in. So I need 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I have exactly enough for Yorick, Healer, and 2 left over for Disallow, while still gaining life here. Wait. So now Zendikar Royale. Okay, I'll Death Touch that with Yorick. Okay, now it's time to Shaman. Well, wasn't that sad? He had me down to -3 life, and I pulled it out. That's what I'm freaking talking about. And while you didn't get to see the amazing combos of the first match that you saw, while you didn't see the amazing combos of the first match, where you only saw the end of it after I was comboing off, you did, however, see 2 matches where, oh, I like that card. 2 matches where the versatility of the deck was shining. And I loved this deck 2 years ago when I first made it. And I believe I even have it. Like, I made this deck in paper. Like, I played this in actual real life. I like the deck so much. And I've actually made multiple versions of this deck. Though back then, yeah, what was that? What was that card? Agent of Treachery, right? Ramping into Agent of Treachery was so fun because then I could just copy him multiple times with the clones and then just steal everything they had. Which, I mean, there's a reason Agent of Treachery got banned. You know, so there's that agent. What am I doing here? This is not, I did not click on that. Discard changes. There are multiple reasons Agent of Treachery. But Desecrated Knight, that's another one. Very similar deck, but again, it's still different. Then again, the deck I have right now was another one. I already deleted another one, which you can't obviously see decks that I've deleted. But you can see Desecrated Knight right there. And then Desecrated Reef, obviously. Anyways, that was it. Like, it was a really fun deck. There were different cards in it before. Not a whole lot of different cards. It's very similar to what it was. You can always look at the past YouTube video or videos, because I'm sure I've posted more than one video on the past deck because I really liked it. Though I am again really liking it with the new cards. Meat Hook Massacre, amazing. Glasspool Mimic, I love the versatility of being a clone and a land. Being able to land fix with that. Zendikar Royal, I mean, this card just completes any Risen Reef deck. I know I'm not the only one that's ever used this with Risen Reef. I mean, it'd be ridiculous if I was. But dude, finding this card, I was like, yeah, I need to reamp this deck. But I love the cycling of the destroy to continually clear the board. With the Meat Hook, I'm constantly gaining life. Same with Healer. Same with Gift of Paradise. You know, you got the Assassin Trophy to be able to get rid of normal things you can't get rid of. Immortal Sun to close off their Planeswalkers, though granted not a lot of people are playing Planeswalkers right now, which really makes me want to make a Planeswalker deck, though obviously I've made more than a few of those. Sideboard, there's a lot to be desired still. As you could tell, I was hesitant on what to pull out. Jace the Wielder, Wielder of Mysteries, with how many cards that you cycle through, this is a really smart card to get. I actually need to put that guy in another deck where I milled myself out. The Nexus Revenge deck. I accidentally milled myself out the other day, which I hit good game right before I cast the spell. Because I was like, oh, I might as well cast one more of the treasure cards that draw 2, create 2 treasures. And then because I had copied so many spells, I milled myself out before I was able to use Unexpected. Or whatever. What is that fucking card? I'm so bad with names. So bad with names. I did an Unexpected Windfall instead of an Electro Dominance. I had like multiple of these in my hand. I had like 14 combos or 14 duplicates on the field because of a Thousand Year Storm. And I was like, I'll create just a little bit more. I mean, the guy had 20 life, man. Like after casting like 2 spells, I had enough mana to kill him. But I just kept going. I got greedy. So I definitely need to probably take Karn's Temporal Thundering out, because Omniscience is useful. Thunder, Chandra has won me the game. I've never used Karn's Temporal. And even though this is a Nexus Revenge deck, I've just never used it. So I need to do Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Just add him in. Oh, wait a second. Not there. There. I don't like how in on your tablet you can't change the card or the deck. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't change the picture. I have to go onto my PC to do it. Anyways, I can't believe anybody's still watching this, or if anybody's ever watched any of my videos anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and call that a night. Call it a deck with Desecrated Reef. Really fun deck. I really enjoyed all of these decks that I have revamped. What is that? 14 decks now. Getting up there again. Have a good night. Like if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys next time. Limps.